Very exciting how Jewel and I met. I was in concert in Detroit, and I looked up from my piano. On the second row was this most beautiful woman I've ever seen. So after the concert, or during intermission, I went up to her and said, "You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I believe you're supposed to be my wife."
Ooh, I said amen.
Those were my opening words.
That's a true story.
And she's been chasing me ever since.
Whatever. I was like, Lord, don't play, Jesus. Don't play with me, Lord. I went in the bathroom and started shouting, thanking the Lord, and telling the Lord, I said, if this ain't it, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown, Jesus.
And I blundered through the rest of my concert. It was the worst concert I ever had.
No, it wasn't. You did so well.
I was looking at you the whole time. It was some fast songs. I'm trying to get those songs over with.
Oh, it was good. He was preaching and playing, and I was getting my praise on, put on my little lip gloss, make sure I was looking good out in the house.
Yeah, we've been married almost 15 years, and we've never had a knockdown, loud volume fight. We disagree, but we don't go into all that drama stuff.
We disagree respectfully.
I just understand that she's just human.
Whatever, please.
So she's gonna make some mistakes.
Please. I think we just made a decision. Like, we didn't want to be like yelling and throwing glasses and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think our children probably have heard us be firm, but in terms of just like yell out, drag down, cussing each other out.
And the whole silent treatment and not talking to each other for 2 or 3 days and all this stuff. We don't play all this.
I'll try to be silent, but he's so goofy, so I break it with a laugh. So I'll be like, dog, I'm supposed to be mad at you.
Well, you know, the Bible is full of wisdom. Proverbs is my favorite book. And if you just understand that faith is an acronym for finding answers in the heavens. That means that you don't have to figure it out yourself. God's already got a plan for your life. You just need to research the information and go to Him, because you need prayer with a big family. Because everybody's always, once you get somebody figured out, they change on you. And the whole process starts over.
Yeah, and you just understand that no one is perfect except for Him, that we're all imperfect people. And so one person may be mature in one area and the other person totally immature. Giving each other space and room to grow and understand that it's going to be times where you're not okay and you just look to God, where you like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, but you look to Him and, there lies the answers. And even if the answer doesn't come right then, at some point that answer is going to come. You're going to get stronger and wiser from it.
And from a tweet standpoint, we've seen comments about Jewel gives Brooklyn more love than she gives her own daughter, or Ben gives more love to Cyrene than he gives his own daughter. But we consider all of our children our children, so we don't. I think we go so overboard with the child that wasn't birthed from us till it can be confusing sometimes, because we just got kind of overboard. I never want Cyrene to feel like a stepchild, so I always gave her extra love and tickles and stuff, and she's done the same for my children.
And I think understanding that each child has different personalities, you know what I mean? So like Marcus would love if I kiss him on his cheeks. Irene, I have to fight, you know what I mean? So each child is different. So learning that, and it's been a learning process. I mean, as parents, we made mistakes too. And figuring out like, okay, I don't need to say that again, or maybe I don't need to do that again, or maybe I need to do more of that. So we're learning just like the children are learning.
And then once we figure it out, they go to another age and they change their minds. Well, I used to didn't want you to kiss me on my cheek. Now I want you to kiss both cheeks, Daddy. Will you make up your mind? This decade. It's all good though. Referring through the comparisons. How come she got to fly on the plane this time? Because you flew last time. Et cetera, et cetera.
Or there's just not room on the plane. Like, it just was not room on the plane to fly anybody else
safely.
Besides her safely.
Yeah, somebody got to stay home.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's simple. But then there were times where, Cyrene felt like, her older brother and sister got more freedom than she got. And they were like, well, she got more of this. So, like you said, I think
that's a good
more
one.
Difficult.
Because the kids felt like Brooklyn, Brittany, and Benji, and sometimes Marcus felt like Cyrene was this ice princess that got all the benefits in this all-you-can-shop card. And then she looked at them like, well, y'all are the ones to get to go to the nightclub. My curfew is 8:59. I think the funniest comparison adventure we ever had was when Brooklyn came to me crying one day. She said, I want to have a family meeting with you and Mom. And she was just crying her eyes out. And I said, Brooklyn, what's the matter, baby? And she says, I feel like when Cyrene goes to college, when she graduates, the car that you buy her is going to be bigger than the car you bought me. I'm like, you done went into the future 4 years to be depressed by something that's not going to even happen. On this season, we're celebrating me turning 50 and celebrating 25 years in the music industry. What's going to be released here within the next month is my new CD, the full Tank 2.0, and it features Kirk Whalum and Shirley Murdoch and some special guests. And we got a major reproduction of the song "Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand" in celebration of MLK. So I'm really excited about this record. It's the most socially conscious record I've ever done.
We're actually doing a family conference in April. The end of April, it's going to be at our church, at Destiny Center Church. It's going to be great. We're going to do real life conflict resolution with our family, and then also with families in the audience. We want people to really, really understand that your differences don't have to separate you. And I think people think that whatever they're dealing with in their family is like special. And then you realize, no, baby, this is just family. You're going to fight for each other and fight with each other. It's okay. You can get through it and hopefully do it in love. And then I'm also doing the Millionaires Club. I'll be launching that in March. It's a 6-week session, basically, where I'm empowering women, financially educating them, helping them to develop the mental, emotional toughness that they need to be successful in business. Women need a lot of support because we don't want to be bad moms, you know what I mean, or bad wives, but I'm really doing a lot of teaching, and they'll hear from other women too that are doing it successfully, you know, good wife, good mom, and good business person. And then also I've got the Jewel Tankard Financial Show that I've just launched, and they can get on my website to get information there. That's every Monday, 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And then also got a book coming out this year on the financial blueprint, and the Jewel Tankard Talk Show, which is going to be airing on Impact Network, and Bravo will be following that. And it'll be rags to riches, testimonies, personal development, self-development, fashion. It's going to be a lot of fun.